Chris the Nightmare Ariola, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, man. So Trey Lippe Morrison has pulled out his June 9th fight. All right, he was supposed to return June 9th. This is his second injury this year. Now, according to ESPN.com, credit them for the reports on this. This article came out April 12th. All right, so a few days ago, this was reported. According to this article, he underwent surgery to repair the injury on April 7th. And reading further into this article, and I'll leave this article in the description box if you want to take a look at it. Go ahead, click on it, read it, and come to your own surmise about it. But there's also quotes from his promoter, Tony Holden, and there's some quotes from his trainer, Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach has had him for about 6 fights, I think. And I've heard Roach say nothing but good things about him, man. And you know, Roach is a busy trainer, man. He can get work anywhere, so I don't think he'll waste his time if he really didn't see anything there. But Roach went on to say this is a minor setback. This kid not only has talent, but he's an extremely hard worker. He was back in the gym 2 days after the surgery. So it's a good thing to see him in the gym. Most recently, like a guy like Deontay Wilder, when he, you know, broke his hand and he had the torn bicep, he was still in the gym working on his opposite hand and his footwork and, you know, hitting the bag with his, you know, with his other hand. So, you know, you still want to see guys go to the gym. They're not just sitting at home, you know, sitting up and being stagnant. So it's good that he has that type of work ethic, you know what I mean? But it's going to be kind of a lost year for him, man. Because, like, you know, the end of last year, well, he fought in the fall time. He made his ShoBox debut on Showtime, and he picked up a victory, impressive victory over Ed Lattimore, who was also an undefeated prospect going into that fight. I believe Trey was 11-0, and I think Ed Lattimore was 13-0 on the night of that fight. So he made the debut on ShoBox, and then he fought one more time in December, got another quick stoppage, and then he was going to turn around and be back in the ring February 10th. But then February 1st, he suffered a nasty deep cut over his left eye. I did a video on it. And in my video, I actually left the picture of his cut on my thumbnail for the video. It was a nasty gash, man. So he was recovering he was recovering from that. He missed a TV date. He was going to fight Daniel Martz on February 10th. And then, you know, the 9 days before that, he suffers a cut. So he missed that TV date. Showtime, ShoBox, they're very interested in him. There's a few other networks that are interested in televising his fight. You know, so he has a little momentum behind him. You know, being the son of, you know, Tommy Morrison, exciting heavyweight from the 90s, you know, played in Rocky. So, you know, his son has heavy hands, man. Trey has heavy hands. He's 13-0 with the 13 knockouts. I know in that region that he fights down there in Oklahoma, he has a big following. I was surprised on that ShoBox card, that casino that they're at, they had signs up saying, it was like everybody in the crowd had a sign that said Trey on it. And I didn't know he was that popular down there, man. So he has a little following, little, you know, regional following down there. So I want to see how far he goes, man, you know, especially in this mix of American heavyweights, not just worldwide, but just here in America, man. There's a lot of good fights, and there's a lot of other good prospects that he can fight to keep proving himself. Adam Konaski is an undefeated guy. You got LaRon Mitchell, and some of these guys are 14, 15-0, man. I think it'd be good matchups for him at this stage. Right now, I don't think he's ready for some of the higher profile names. You know what I mean? I think he needs to fight journeyman level guys, start to fight tricky guys, journeymen that can, you know, be a spoiler if you're not on your game, you know, then, you know, and mix in some other undefeated prospects, or maybe a prospect with a loss or two, maybe, you know what I mean? Something like that to keep him in competitive fights. You know, so, and according to this article, it also said that, ShoBox, his promoter, talked to the executive producer of the ShoBox series, and they told him that they're going to try to get Trey on a ShoBox card in the fall. You know what I mean? Just let his injuries heal up, and they're going to try to get him back on a ShoBox card by fall. So if all goes well, if he wins that fight, maybe he can, whether it's a ShoBox or a televised card or not, but probably sneak another fight in there similar to